What's up, guys? Welcome back to Modern Traders. I'm Ben. I'll be your host. Before we get started, I'll remind you that we are starting up a raffle this week. Call is here for description. I invite you over to the Discord. We just started up monthly prizes. I invite you over to the Instagram, Modern Traders LLC on Insta, and of course, ModernTradersLLC.com. And today we're continuing our WeedWatchWeekly series talking about Tilray. We did a video recently talking about the Tilray-aphria merger coming up. And bigger picture, Tilray and aphria have been my go-to stocks in general in the marijuana industry. There are arguably some better, faster growers in grow generation, canopy growth. Aurora Cannabis has been mostly discredited, and CGC and Grow Generation are kind of higher cap than I like to deal with. I feel like Tilray and aphria, while a little bit slower movers, have a whole lot more room to run. And coming up on Monday, we should see aphria cease to exist and be absorbed into Tilray. Now, while aphria shareholders will be getting 0.83% of a share of Tilray for each share that they own, they will do not know at this moment what will happen to contracts. We'll keep you posted on the Discord. And to note specifically for the group members, we are tracking an active swing trade call out on the swing trade channel on the Discord server. And while we did call an exit point in that contract play last week at a 60% profit margin, we do expect to see, under normal circumstances, that same play more than double between now and the expiration. So we will be paying close attention to see what happens to those contracts and keeping you updated on the Discord about what it does. And looking at Tilray's investor relation page, you can see that aphria and Tilray's scalable cannabis business are expected to strengthen the company's leadership in Canada and also to expand aphria's Tilray's U.S. and international reach as well, and producing upwards of 75 million annually and accounting for reasonable upscale. That means in the next 7 to 8 years are generating $1 billion worth of revenue. So this is something to be considered and going to be one of the biggest marijuana operations on the planet. And taking a look at Tilray's graph, you can see over the last 5 trading days, it did start to pick up a little bit, pumping up to highs close to $20 before cooling back off, but showing a little bit higher low and then pumping up again, and a little bit higher low to close the week and the month. So we do expect to hopefully see a continuation of this pattern going into May. But looking back year to date, you can see we did get caught up in the GameStop meme stock hype and see highs close to $65. And while a lot of it did cool off and a lot of people were disappointed that got in on highs, looking at $9.50 opening the year, we are still holding at support about 150% higher than we opened the year. So and from an investor's perspective, we did see quite a bit of gain on this. And looking at the year graph, you see that it did hold support for a long time, right at the $5 level, and it's since been pumping. And looking farther back to the 2018 highs at $150, we see that this still has a huge amount of room to run up. And I do kind of expect to see this graph basically look the same going forward as it does going back, and just steady growth over the next couple of years, maybe over 3 to 5. Considering legalization concerns, we do expect to see this start to grow back to that $100 range. It's just a matter of how long it'll take to happen. But definitely you want to keep an eye on Tilray, and as the weed sector in general does tend to run in sympathy when one company grows quickly, we do want to keep an eye on the general sector going into the next couple weeks and through the month of May. So, till next time, I'm Ben. This is Modern Traders. Thanks for stopping by.